MLM Pseudonaut Sepmos here with another tutorial for you, and this time I want to walk you through Namada mainnet phase 3, because now we can shield our IBC assets on Namada and make them private. And yes, mainnet phase 3 is live. Now there are 3 assets that we can IBC over to Namada and shield them, which is Osmo, Tia, Atom, and the according liquid staking tokens. And here, as they said in their announcement, shield in phase 3 to be ready when shielding rewards go live in phase 4. So the Namada mainnet is already live, but there are no rewards given out by now. So therefore, we want to anticipate that, shield some assets, and then benefit when the shielding rewards go live. And here they say start shielding by making an IBC transfer from the asset source chain to the shielded address via Namadillo. So how does this work? If you haven't played around with the Namada chain before, I highly recommend you to check out their official website, namada.net, and click on the Get Started button where you can learn everything what you need in order to set up a new wallet and interact with this privacy-focused chain. So first off, we need their Namada keychain wallet, which is separate than the Kepler wallet because they integrate some privacy features which other wallets don't support. I don't recommend you using the ledger for now, since the team officially stated that there are still some issues. So therefore, for the sake of this tutorial, we simply use the Namada keychain wallet. If you want to download it, just click on launch here and you get redirected to the download page. You can use it for Chrome, Firefox, or Brave is the browser of my choice, and it works there as well, as you can see over here. So once you downloaded the wallet, come back to the Namada website and choose one of their Namadillo interfaces, which is the primary dashboard to interact with Namada. And there are lots of options, and just choose whatever option you like the most. And yeah, they're all the same, so it doesn't really matter. Let's take Sprout interface for now. Let's click on launch, and we are redirected to the Namadillo dashboard. And over here, probably you saw it, just scroll back a little bit. If it's the first time that you're interacting with the Namadillo interface, it might be that the interface is still syncing in order to catch, or like in order to update with the latest version and with the latest state of the blockchain. And now if you're like here in this epoch, you're up to date. And this is my wallet, like all the NAM that I have, I received them from staking bad kids back in the day. I staked around 75% and I kept 25% NAM liquid. And as you can see over here, I already shielded some assets on Namada, and I keep some of them transparent. But more on that on a second. And here you see my shielded assets and my not shielded assets, which live on the Namada blockchain. Because as you can see here, if you click IBC transfer, it gives us the option to send a normal IBC transfer, as we all know it, like sending osmosis to the Cosmos Hub, or vice versa, sending Atom to osmosis. Here, we can select a chain, like either Celestia, Cosmos Hub, or osmosis. Let's go with the Cosmos Hub. We approve the connection. And now we can decide whether we want to IBC it directly into the shielded Namada asset, into the shielded Namada pool. And you can see it here. If the address starts with a Z, then it's the shielded Namada address, or you can also send a normal IBC transfer to Namada, and therefore the address starts with a T, which stands for transparent. And for the sake of this tutorial, we will run through both options. Let's first do a shielded transaction. We want to send some assets from the Cosmos Hub, and of course this will be Atom. We have 6 Atom in our wallet, therefore let's IBC 1 Atom to the shielded Namada address. Let's submit the transaction and approve it on Kepler. And now it will take a little, as I played around with it before, it takes a little longer than a normal IBC transaction, but it shouldn't take longer than 1 minute. So it's pretty fast, like less than 30 seconds. And yeah, as you see here, the IBC transfer completed from the Cosmos Hub directly into the Namada shielded pool, which is also called the MASP, which is multi-asset, which stands for multi-asset shielded pool. And now let's do another IBC transaction. This time, let's bridge some osmosis. Let's approve the connection. But now we want to send it into the transparent Namada address. Therefore, we choose an asset, osmosis. Let's bridge 8 Osmo. We submit the transaction and approve it. And again, we will wait for around 20-30 seconds for this transaction to arrive. In the meantime, I will show you here a little bit what you can do here. In the mean, the IBC transaction was filled, and yeah, here you can just claim your. Let's claim these quickly. You can either just claim them or claim or stake. We claim it. We approve the transaction. They always ask for your password, which is a little bit annoying, I have to say. So if somebody from the Namada team is watching, that would be cool if, yeah, it doesn't require you to insert your password every single time you claim staking rewards or you vote on a government proposal. And yeah, now let's check. Let's head over to the dashboard, and here we see that we have a little more dollars in our balance. Here we can manage our shielded assets. And as we see here, there is one Osmo, which I sent previously, the Atom that we just sent now, and 0.5 TIA, which I sent before as well. And of course, you can always unshield these assets, but for now, we want to keep them here because as they announced in their official Twitter post, that we have to shield these assets in order to earn shielding rewards as phase 4 goes live. And so we just keep them here, and we will earn shielding rewards in form of NUM token. And if you want to unstake it, you can do that as well. And there is a very interesting thing that I discovered before. Here, like if we want to unshield it, it doesn't work because there is not enough balance to pay for our transaction. And I mean, I have more than enough Namada in my wallet, but I think I have to have Namada in the shielded pool in order to send it back out. And for now, you cannot shield Namada. This will be possible in the 4th or 5th phase. But there's a workaround, namely the same technique that Osmosis uses. You can choose the assets you want to use for paying your transaction fees, and therefore just choose Osmosis in order to pay this transaction, set the fee to low. And now, as you can see, I could submit the transaction and withdraw Osmosis from the shielded pool, but I'm not going to do it here because I want to keep these assets in there. And let's go back to the dashboard. Here are our shielded assets. And here are other assets on Namada, which are not shielded now, like the 8 Osmo that we sent before. Let's shield them now. Let's shield 8. We submit the transaction. Let's approve it again. We have to confirm it by typing in our password. This could be improved, in my opinion. And once this transaction goes through, we successfully shielded 8 Osmo. And yeah, in the meantime, here you can onboard assets to Namada, but over here you can also offboard them. Like if you want to IBC assets back to their original chain, then you can do that from here. Here's just a history tab. You can see everything that you did in the past, all your transactions and the transactions in progress. And here the transfer tab is if you want to send Namada or other assets on the Namada chain between two Namada accounts. And again, you can do that in the shielded with the shielded address or your transparent address. And yeah, that's all for now. Just make sure that you have some shielded, some assets shielded in these pools, and then you might earn some rewards. And a very last thing, which is like alpha. And